Vietnam was the first televised war. Video and photography put the war in the living room of every American who owned a television set. It may not be a coincidence that the Vietnam War was also marked by high levels of protests among the populace at home. If not for the unprecedented media coverage, America would have largely been in the dark on what was our first non-victorious war. In fact, the Vietnam War demonstrates a potential link between the media and activism. When New York Times journalist David Halberstam witnessed a Buddhist monk commit a self-immolation while reporting from the field in Saigon, he said, "I was too shocked to cry, too confused to take notes or ask questions, too bewildered to even think." This serves as a good reminder that, despite their goals of detachment and objectivity, journalists have an obligation to participate in and represent the human dimensions of what they cover. The challenge is balancing the need to bring uncomfortable news to the populace in potentially activist ways with the responsibility that comes with the power to effect civic change. The novel Watchmen demonstrates both of these possibilities. Because of the increasingly negative perceptions of the crime fighters by the media, Adrian Veidt predicted that the public would turn away from them. 2 years before the Keene Act banned crime fighting, Veidt revealed his secret identity, retired from superheroism, and marketed his image, though never marketing the images of his comrades. He became very wealthy and was known as a great humanitarian, but he used his affluence to create a secret scheme of planning a catastrophic event to deceive the world into uniting against a common enemy. But what Veidt is actually doing is manipulating the media to portray him as a great hero, when he really has ulterior motives in the situation. The Watchmen also demonstrates the ways in which the media brings uncomfortable news to people in productive ways, particularly through newspapers. This is evident through the news vendor, present in multiple parts of the novel, who continually sells the papers even when all of the news is bad news. The novel portrays the news as an outlet that calls the people to action. The news of the day continually brings about changes that drive the novel and sequence of events forward. What people sometimes fail to realize, what I think a critical glance at the media presence in Watchmen shows, is that sometimes the only news to report is the stuff we don't want to hear. All of the instances of destruction displayed on our front pages, and the suicide bombers and guerrilla warfare happening thousands of miles away, are what call us to action, much like what assembles the people taking civic action in Watchmen.